Okay folks, this will be a challenging one. I don't know how I'm going to make this one look any good, if it's going to look any good. Let's see how we go with this. Nerds will inherit the copier world. Yes, they will, folks. Okay, let's see what this is. It is an athletic bra, so we're interested in mainly this bottom bit with these nice patterns. So yeah, an athletic bra. Probably a lot more comfortable than a stupid cup, like a normal bra. Yeah, that looks interesting. Unfortunately, we still got the bottom there, but we can enlarge it off. Colours look nice. Just going to slide it up a bit. Yeah, that looks better. Maybe we'll make it into a movement piece. Yeah, that looks really quite nice actually, that movement. Do a better one than that. Yeah, that's come up looking interesting for a movement piece. Okay, right, we're just going to get rid of this. I'm going to use, just trying to decide which one. I'm going to use that one as our master copy. I don't know how this is going to work, folks. Yeah, that's come up looking quite nice actually, this piece. I like this part here especially. I'm going to try and emphasize that area there if I could somehow. So we're going to just put this on the glass and slip and slide it. Yeah, that looks really quite interesting how we've got that. And we've got that nice piece here. I do wonder what I can do with it, folks. Looks like it's got potential. I'm trying to get in touch with a lost partner, folks. His name is Luigi, and I'm trying to use the 6 o'clock news to get my word out to find him, even though it looks like it's nearly impossible trying to get past all the established types of news articles that you find that you'll typically find on the television. And I think that looks really quite interesting. So it's really proven to be difficult trying to break into the news channels, to break into their program. Not physically break in, of course, but I mean getting my stuff out there on the bulletin, getting it into the bulletin, the news bulletin. Very difficult, folks. Very fucking hard. Doesn't seem to matter what I do, I just can't seem to win. But I'm going to keep going at it, folks. I'm not going to let death, disease, disaster, destruction and murders and shark attacks and house fires and other forms of news article, I'm not going to let them stop me in the end. I'm going to keep going at it. Now that looks really quite interesting. I think we could use that. So I really am not going to let these dumbass types of news scuttle my chances of getting up there. I know at the moment it looks pretty bleak. It doesn't look like my stuff's going to be doing any movement, so to speak, but I'm a person who's highly determined. I am not a person who's going to give up. I'm extremely determined, gritty, and I know that I can do it. I know that my stuff can make it. If they could just give me a bit of time on their bulletin. It's sure not going to be hard just to take one house fire or one car chase or whatever other news that's typically aired, just to cut it, just to have it taken away for a moment, so I actually think maybe that might be better, that maybe I could take this section out, maybe. But basically I really get sick of seeing all this established kind of material, and it just takes up space and it really does my head in. I really don't like it. I don't enjoy watching the news anymore, folks. I used to like it, but I don't anymore. I see it as a means to an end, more than just form of entertainment. I used to watch that shit, get drawn into it, but I don't do that anymore. but I'm really needing to get the TV news to air my stuff so that I can get in touch, so that the news channels can potentially perform a useful function, trying to get me and my work up on the in the bulletin. So, and it is really difficult, all that competition that I'm up against, and it's very stiff competition, a little bit stiff and stuffy from the executives' point of view. They love things to be established. My stuff is a little bit too different. It's not typical, it's not what I call newsy. All those articles that I mentioned earlier are what I call newsy, and my work does not fit into that newsy kind of category. And I do feel that they don't have any desire to, therefore, consider my work worthy of airplay. I'm wondering where the centre of this job is going to be. I don't think I like it. So my work does not constitute a typical newsy kind of news. I'm going to pull it up. I don't know what I'm doing here, folks. But I just don't feel like my stuff really has a place. But I'm not going to give up, folks. I'm not going to allow this question of newsworthiness get in the way of potentially a good story. Now that looks shit house. We don't want that. I really wish I could just get in touch with Luigi. I'm depending on the news to get my stuff out there, to find him, and I just find it really hard to depend on something that's not dependable, that's totally outrageously undependable. You know, like, I just can't rely on them to deliver. And I need to find this person because I'm dying of what could be called a broken heart. I really get lonely and desolate without him. I'm not a person who can just go out and replace him with some other fucktard, because I'm not interested in some other fucktard or some other person that I don't get. I'm not interested in finding another partner. I really aren't. I'm really not. I really don't want to find another partner. I'm not interested in a fucking inferior replica. There is no such thing as an inferior replica, so go fuck yourselves, news channels. I'm going to keep making these fucking videos until you fucking play my work, you sluts. No, sorry. I know I'm not deserving of your fucking time. I know I use foul language. You're going to have to bleep this out, folks. They're going to have to bleep it out, because there's no other way. I do use a lot of colourful language. It's almost as colourful as this output from the photocopier. But, you know, what can I do? I get frustrated, so what else can I do? I got involved with another man who was not Luigi, and since then I've had this colourful language, this potty mouth. So this potty mouth came from a bad relationship, folks. So therefore I'm not going to try and go for another one. And that's come up looking a lot better than I thought. I think now we can call this demo quits.